I.S.U.P.K. 53rd Annual Lord Passover.
53rd Annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida.
It's going down.
You're here tonight to get a chance to be righteous enough to be worthy of God coming to save you.
That's right.
It's going down. The Lord's 53rd Annual Passover.
When we say we no cowards, we talk that business. We no cowards up in here.
Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, the IHG Hotel, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
Here's a lot of men down. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord.
Y'all see this?
Counter all your dishes, pots, pans, forks, knives.
I kind of like this. This is like an apartment and a hotel room. You know what I mean? Yeah. This here right here is about to be holy ground. It's going to be holy ground. All our beautiful, wonderful brothers and sisters from all over the world. You understand? We can boast that now. Brothers and sisters coming not only from every state, but from all over the world. I heard the numbers this year is ridiculous. We had to buy out the whole hotel.
Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
My camp undefeated. You cannot debate. You just want the clout. We just want the greatest. I'm just trying to get it.
This is going to be glorious.
We don't give a fuck. You can see it in our faces. Got it out the mud. Straight up out the base.
Daniel is saying is heavy. If I could also, he is telling you, Daniel, to die of high blood pressure. You understand me? When they telling you that pork is the other white meat, a crab and shrimp and lobster, it's okay to eat. You understand? You think about all of us, millions of us have died or know somebody who has high blood pressure, diabetes, having strokes, having heart attacks. Give me Leviticus, the 11th chapter and verse 10, please. When that Christian pastor is so goddamn evil, man. When they say the laws of God is done away with, then you telling me it's okay for me to molest a little boy. That's a law of God. You saying it's okay to rape. You saying it's okay to kill. Right. God said thou should not kill. If I could, and it goes to show how hypocritical they are, because in the Christian church, they say the laws of God are done away with, but yet they ask you for tithes.
Right.
When tithes is a law of God. If the laws of God is done away with, then I should be able to rape your daughter and not pay tithes.
Right.
Because according to you, the laws of God is done away with.
Right.
Read Leviticus 11 and verse 10 out. Read.
Leviticus chapter 11 verse 10. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
See that the Lord said, all they that have not fins nor scales. Let me ask y'all a question, right? What's some things that we eat that's in the waters, that's in the ocean, in the rivers, right? That don't have fins and scales? I got one for you: crab, shrimp, lobster. Listen, I heard they eating shark, octopus. God damn. They be wondering why our blood pressure is so goddamn high.
Right.
I don't even know why we eating pigs. When pigs eat anything, they eat garbage, they eat plastic. Look it up on YouTube. They will eat you if it's up to them. You understand me? The Lord saying the things that's in the waters that don't have fins and scales, that they should be an abomination unto you. Read that again now.
And all that have not fins and scales in the sea.
Read it again.
And all that have not fins and scales in the sea.
What?
And in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
They shall be an abomination unto you. Was once again, right? that pastor, those pastors, they want us to die. Give me Romans 6:1. I'm going to give it right back to you, Danielle. They want us to die. Those pastors, when they tell us the laws are done away with, they saying, hey, somebody can go kill your mother. They want your mother to die. Right. They want your granddaddy to die. Right. It's okay to eat pork and shrimp and crab and lobster. Matter of fact, they say this, right? Hey, you can bless above the food, and now the Lord want to bless it. Yeah, hey, you go ahead and bless poison ivy and go eat it. And let's see what happens. Right. You understand me? That ain't going to do your body good. You understand? You putting things, we are putting things in our bodies because of the so-called leaders, those Christian pastors, supposed to be leading us and guiding us and telling us the truth, yet they tell us lies for their own sakes, like the brother was bringing out, so they can eat, so they can pay their bills, so they can drive the Rolls Royce, man, so they can live in mansions. And so we can go back to the filthy ghettos where we've been living for over 400 plus years. Right. Read Romans 6 and verse 1 out.
Romans chapter 6 verse 1. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin?
Read it again.
What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin?
What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin? Shall we continue being homosexuals, man? Why? Because the oppressor says it's an alternative lifestyle. Shall we continue killing one another? Goddamn. When I look at my Hispanic brothers, my black men and my black women, I see we are suffering. We are suffering in North Philly. The oppressor, they don't know how it is to be black in America. You can't even drive. Goddamn. You understand? You get pulled over by a white man, he may kill you if you are black. But if you're white, you don't got to worry about that. Why? Because if you are white, you are right. Even if you are wrong, ask Dylan Roof. You understand? They take you to McDonald's when you kill niggas. Right. They don't give a damn about us. Right. Paul said here, shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Read.
God forbid.
God what?
God forbid.
God what?
God forbid.
Drop down to verse 15. God forbid. Like the brother was bringing out, we got to come back to the laws and the commandments of the Most High God. We are in this condition because we chose Allah and white Jesus over Yahweh. We chose Allah and white Jesus over Yahweh Shah, Jesus Christ in the Hebrew. We chose the oppressive God than a black God. And now look at us. Look at us. We on Market Street. We on Market Street. They have billion-dollar businesses. You understand me? Throughout this whole street. Let this noise go by. Y'all know why we on Market Street? They used to sell us on Market Street. They used to sell slave men and slave women. And how do they even get that power? Because we sinned against the Most High. That's how they got it. Egyptology, man. Christianity. Islam. The sun god. Hey, I'm a Pisces, I'm a Cancer. We worship everything. We worship the sun. We worship the moon. But we do not worship the Most High God. And that is our problem in America. Read what you have up.
Romans 6 verse 15.
Go ahead.
What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law?
See that? The Christian church is the house of Satan. They home. They home taking care of the kids where they belong. Right. They home. They cooking. They getting our dinner ready tonight. Right. Talking about where our woman. We got women. I pray you understand that. We don't send our women down to Ukraine to go to war. Right. We don't do that. Most High said the Lord is a man of war. Men go to war. Right. You understand me? Women do not, according to the Bible. You understand me? Read that again from the top.
What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law?
Now remember, in the Christian church, they say the laws of God are done away with. We already know that they are hypocritical because they ask you for tithes. We know that, right? Only thing they worry about is money. Now God's saying, read it again from the top.
What then? Shall we sin?
Shall we what?
Shall we sin?
Shall we what?
Shall we sin?
Shall we sin? Read.
Because we are not under the law.
Because we are not under the law. They say, look, see, you can sin because Jesus Christ died, so now we are under the law. Let's find out what God says about that. Read.
What then shall we say? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? God forbid.
God what?
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 God forbid.
Let me get Romans 6:23. God forbid. Yes, we are not under the law. We are not under the death penalty of the law.
Right.
Y'all know it was a time knowing Moses, right? If a man thought about lying with another man, he'd be put to death.
Right.
If a woman was going to have, sex with anybody besides her husband, she would be stoned to death. We are not under the death penalty of the law because of Jesus Christ. Jesus ain't died for us to get tattoos.
Right.
Jesus ain't died for us to eat all those crabs.
Right.
Jesus ain't died so we can eat pork and get high blood pressure.
Right.
All that shit to get high blood pressure and strokes and heart attacks and all that. Jesus Christ died to do away with the death penalty of the law.
Right.
Knowing that one day we will wake up and we will actually realize that we are to live by the truth. That's what he died for, to give us a second chance of life. Read Romans 6:23.
Romans 6, verse 23.
What?
For the wages of sin is death.
Read it again.
For the wages of sin is death.
See that? The wages of sin is death. Listen, I shouldn't have to tell you what's going to happen to you if you keep smoking cigarettes. Cancer.
Right.
I shouldn't have to tell you that.
Right.
Well, you want to stick your rod up in a whore? AIDS, herpes, syphilis,
Right.
chlamydia, gonorrhea. God, they scratching you. They scratching everywhere. Crabs. I forget about the crabs. Hey, you understand me? You want to go and have sex with whores? Then the Lord said the wages of sin is death. Read it again.
For the wages of sin is death.
Read it again.
For the wages of sin is death.
Read it again.
For the wages of sin is death.
So now, come on, man. Somebody bring it home now. Like Daniela was bringing out. If the pastor is saying that the laws of God is done away with, what else are they saying? They telling you to go kill your goddamn self.
Right.
Because the wages of sin is death. And when you sin against God, when you smoke weed all day, you destroy your lungs. You destroy your temple. When you snort cocaine, what you think you're doing to your body? When you rape little girls and molest little boys, what you think you're doing to them? You're traumatizing them. They telling you to go ahead and do what the hell you want to do. Damn the Christian church. And Yahweh Mashiach, Jesus Christ, is going to put an end to it. And I pray y'all understand, man. You drop a donation inside this bucket, man, and I'm going to give it back to the brother. Throughout.
No cowards in our camp, Wanna let their colors fly. I.S.U.P.K. 53rd Annual Lord Passover.
53rd Annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida.
It's going down.
You're here tonight to get a chance to be righteous enough to be worthy of God coming to save you.
That's right.
It's going down. The Lord's 53rd Annual Passover.
When we say we no cowards, we talk that business. We no cowards up in here.
Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, the IHG Hotel, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
Y'all see this?
Comes with all your dishes, pots, and sports knives.
I kind of like this. This is like an apartment and a hotel room. You know what I mean? Yeah. This here, right here, is about to be holy ground. It's going to be holy ground. From all our beautiful, wonderful brothers and sisters from all over the world. You understand? We can boast that now. Brothers and sisters coming not only from every state, but from all over the world. I heard the numbers this year is ridiculous. We had to buy out the whole hotel.
Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
My camp undefeated. You cannot debate it. You just want the clout. We just want the greatest. I'm just trying to get it.
This is going to be glorious.